Hi everyone, this is Killshot from 99 Gaming, and this is The Walking Dead. This is Fear the Walking Dead. I am way ahead of times here, so we are doing our Sunday spoiler edition, and this is going to be a condensed version of it, just to let you guys know as you guys start to roll in. We're changing the time on these Sunday spoilers, at least for Fear. So this is going to be from 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 8:30. Probably a hard stop right around 8:30. We know that these spoilers can just go on and on and on because of the chat, but they're going to be very pointed, directly to the topic. If I don't go too far off base, and in the words of Lindsay Luke, it's never a bad day for tacos. I should use that as a quote in future videos. So hopefully you guys are having a wonderful afternoon. Good to see everybody. So just want to let you know in advance, this is not prediction night. This is spoiler chat. So I'm going to give you exact things that are going to happen. If you don't want to know going into the episode, don't hang around, because the next couple minutes we're going to talk about things that you're going to see tonight. Once again, last week was an extended episode. I only gave you half of it. Good thing, I guess, for a lot of people, because the whole Travis deal was just completely shocking. It blew some people just out of the water. So just want to say what's up to Diane Estes, Ann Hodge, Jill McGuire, Michelle M. What's up? What's up? Santos. Everybody in the house. Vonda Martin, what's going on? Long time no see. Good to see you as well. So I do want to make a couple announcements, and this is kind of the way it's going to be for now. So Sunday mornings is Chill with Kills, very casual gameplay. Sunday spoilers, 8 o'clock until 8:30 p.m., as long as it's Fear the Walking Dead. Also with Preacher. Random things. Actually, we're not going to do spoilers for Preacher, just as an FYI. We're just going to do reactions, because that's going to be kind of fun. Random things will still be on Mondays at 9 p.m., and the Wednesday Walker edition will still be Wednesday at 9 p.m., but sometimes it changes around, so I know last week it was Thursday. We had to flip-flop it a little bit. Appreciate you guys being very, very flexible with that. So that's what we got going on so far. And I'm just going to ask the question, because a lot of you guys are comic book fans as well. Is there some interest if I start reading the Preacher comic book? If you're interested in that, just throw a quick 999 up there. I might do that as well. Just something I've been rolling around a little bit, because we're up to issue 66. What's up, Kelly Golonzinier? I see Mastermind 20. Emmy Desiree Bacon. Did the Cuervo Queen show up yet? I don't think I've seen Steph Richardson. Dude's like, sure, do it. Do it, Kills. Yes. If you guys have not watched the comic book read from earlier this afternoon, there's some sadness. Sadness Part 1 in that. Go back and check it out. All right, so we're going to talk Fear. As we mentioned a little bit earlier today, I'm okay with it right now. I know Emmy is giving Fear a 9.5. I'm not ready to give it a 9.5 yet. I need to see a couple more episodes, because they've had me hyped up out of the gates before, only to let me down a little bit. So I'm going to reserve judgment. This episode tonight does look like a pretty good episode, but once again, I'm going to give you the warning. These will be exact spoilers. Tommy says spoon that like button, just like Madison. We're going to talk about Madison. All right, here we go. So, exact spoilers, you have been warned. How does the episode tonight begin is the big question. So it is a little freaky the way it starts out. It's a little bit of time lapse going on here, but actually it's flashback. It wouldn't be time lapse. So it starts with a few decades back, and you got Troy and Jake are kids, and Jeremiah is promoting his set of survivalist videos titled Teotihuacan, I think. It's the name of the episode, but how are we going to say this? Teotihuacan, I guess. Definitely a Indian reference there, Native American. For those who want to be prepared, let's see. Young Jeremiah's 2 sons, as well as his late wife, are in the video. So it looks like we're going to get a little bit of what their life was like before all of this came about. So I'm sure we're going to get these flashbacks that are going to happen. We'll start out with them being kids, and then in some future episodes we're going to see them just sort of grow up and see what sort of pushed Troy to be Troy and Jake to be Jake. And I do think that's going to be just a huge storyline, that the battle of these brothers battling as they grow up. And as Jake said, it's like, when you love somebody, they're your family, you put up with a lot of stuff. So I'm sure we're going to see We're probably going to get some sympathy for Troy somewhere along the way. We're going to see him as sort of the neglected child growing up in a rather spoiled family. So, I'm going to read a couple of your comments here. Michelle is like, yay, spoilers here in Australia. We don't get to watch for 11 hours. Let me say this as well, too. You guys know a little bit of the disclaimer. So if you type in chat, I am going to read your name from time to time. I'm going to read your comments. So feel free, leave your thoughts, leave your opinions, but don't type anything that you may not want to have included in a video. There is the Cuervo Queen. Hey, Steph, I'm glad you made it through work, and hopefully you're ready for a little Fear the Walking Dead. Bonda says it's going to be interesting. Like Loki and Thor. You know what? That's a great reference. You got the Loki and Thor thing going on. Scott Gimple, he's a crafty dude, man. What's up, Jackson? Thanks for being here. Yeah, Mastermind. I hope the episode is going to be good as well. They got me interested. I'm ready. It's a good point as well too, Lindsay. Double L. Jake and Troy, kind of like the Dixon brothers. Yeah, very very good prediction there. I guess that's not all that bad because it's not necessarily that history is going to repeat itself, but we're going through panic mode in a zombie apocalypse. I mean, and it is still early on. But, I mean, it's certainly believable that a lot of these storylines could repeat themselves. I mean, there's going to be brothers, there's going to be love affairs, there's going to be betrayal, there's going to be, you know, we're still at a time and place where they still got helicopters. Well, to a certain extent, they got helicopters. Emmy Bacon says, Gimple will turn it around. We just need to be patient. So, Emmy, are you still going 9.5? Just curious. I want to see where you're at this point. So if Madison is Rick and Troy and Jake are the Dixons and Jake becomes Daryl, who is Strand? Up to this point, which would be the character that Strand most represents? If I had to say, Strand is probably maybe a Dale, you think? Possibly a Dale? Tries to rationalize. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if there's a character exactly like Strand. Strand might be a little bit unique. Andrea? Lindsay says Glenn. I need to see a little bit more Strand. Eugene. Kind of the cow. You know what? I think you're right. Cuervo Queen. Yes, I agree with you guys. I think I see Strand at this point as Eugene. Good call. All right, let's move on to spoiler number 2. Here we go. And Tommy, we've got 25 people in this chat right now that have not Lucille the like button, have not spooned the like button, have not ironed the like button. I don't know. I'm going to have to send Tommy Sweet-Ass Enforcer McCandless. If we could change your name to 4, it would be the Sweet-Ass Enforcer. So hopefully we can get everybody on board with that. All right, moving on. Spoiler number 2, while some people are figuring out how to hit the like button. How is Luciana? All right, so Lucy. She's conscious. She is making her way to recovery. But she is emphatic that once she recovers, we're out of here. She's visibly upset at the end of the episode when Madison tells her that they've decided to stay. So leave your thoughts here. Lucy's getting well. She wants to get well and she wants to get away from these people. But we'll fast forward a little bit. Madison will make the decision to stay at the ranch until Lucy, and Lucy is not happy about that. So what do you think? You think that Lucy should... I mean, she's been out of it, so she don't know a lot of the stuff that's going on with this group. I guess she knows enough. She's not going to forgive. I don't know. I guess if I was Lucy and I was in that situation, I'd probably want to leave as well. Oh, some people have Strand as Gregory. Thanks, Tommy. Tara Mama. What's up, Tara? Tara, have you, real quick, there's a couple names that you might have only been in here once or twice. If you're new to our live streams, really quick, just type a 999. What's up, Randall? Thanks for popping in, man. So we're going to get through about 5 or 6 of these spoilers. Once again, if you're just showing up, this stream tonight will be a 30-minute hard stop. So at 8:30, we're going to be through with all these spoilers. We're just going to be winding down, talking about a few things. So this is not going to drag on to be a super, super long live stream. Random things will probably be an hour. Who knows? Might be an hour and 15 minutes. We just get on topics. Thank you, Tara. Appreciate you being here. Welcome to the 999 Army. We do this quite a bit. We have several live streams. We just get together, talk about some things. JC. What's up, JC? Thank you for being here as well. Mastermind. I've seen you. Yeah, I recognized. Just to let you guys know, it's a very tight-knit group. It's a good group of people. We also have a 999 Army fan page. We're trying Fear the Walking Dead. We're going to definitely push out some good reactions with Preacher. But, of course, our passion is The Walking Dead. Teotihuacan, the end of the world as we know it. That's great. It starts with an earthquake, birds, snakes, and aeroplanes. Lenny Bruce is not afraid. Like that end of the world, or just something different? Yeah, we're going to do a lot of Preacher chat. No doubt. So, anyway, just a lot of good networking, a lot of good family, awesome group of people here. So, thank you, the new people and the veterans that are here. So, we're going to move on to spoiler number 3. So, some people want to know, how are things? You know, we have this ranch, and you know they open the gate. Maddie, Nick go in. We've got this emotional roller coaster. Maddie, Jeremiah, I mean, you can see it's going to be hard to get over Travis, but the one thing about grieving in The Walking Dead, you got to get over this stuff quick. Like, if not, it's going to be you next. And what drives all these people is just surviving, is living another day. Brené's like, we need to do 2 random streams. I do have a lot of fun with those. All right, so back to how life at the ranch. So at first, not so good. Madison returns to her cabin, and listen to this. This is going to blow you away. And I'm really looking forward to doing the reaction chat tonight, because I want to know how you feel about this. One thing for me to say it, it's another thing to see it. Madison returns to her cabin and finds that Troy has broken in and made himself at home on her bed. Troy is wasting no time trying to become the new Travis. So definitely want to see your thoughts and comments on Troy making himself comfortable in Madison's bed. And I'm going to tell you right now, if Madison at some point makes out with this dude. Look, whether it's intentional or not intentional, if it's to use him or not use him, she will become villain number one. I can see the writers doing something like that with Maddie, and it's going to be freaky. Troy and Nick are butting heads, and the younger people of the community want Alicia to join a Bible group. So, 3 things here that I want to see. Let's see your thoughts. So the group's trying to get Alicia to join a Bible group. Troy and Nick, obviously, some animosity there, and Troy breaks into Madison's cabin and cozies up to the bed. And I'm telling you, I'm going to say it again, if there is a makeout scene somewhere down the line between Madison and Troy, the TV audience is going to be like, what? Yeah, well, I'm not disagreeing with that. It's going to look good with that patch. Especially if if there's the Sophia Carl eye socket scene in Fear the Walking Dead. I have not gotten that far in the comics, but I've heard about it. So could you imagine? Tommy is listening at work. That is dedication. That is awesome. Lindsay says Madison can use Troy to her advantage. And that's what I'm saying. Even if that happens, she uses him to her advantage. I think that's what the show needs. It needs that moment of like, what the just happened? Oh, is it Lydia? Okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm not that far in, so yeah, my bad. Wow, everybody's watching at work. This is amazing. Thank you. I appreciate you guys all being here. You know, here's the thing with we watch this show and we're not surrounded by zombies. Thank you, Kills, for stating the obvious. So we mostly, the challenge of the writer is this. You can't rationalize always in an irrational situation. And this is what I mean by that. As we watch on TV, we say, well, you should do this. Because we see all the emotions, all the feelings, and sometimes people do things and maybe they know about it, but it's not the same lighting, it's not the same smell, it's not the same vibe, nothing. I mean, not the same biorhythms. So we're always trying to understand and make it seem like, okay, well, that's what a rational person would do, but we got to realize that these people are gradually becoming less and less rational. So just keep that in mind. All right, we're going to move on to the next spoiler because we got a few more that we have to get through before the end of this chat. And what's up, Kel? Good to see you. All right, next spoiler is this. The conflict between the Clarks and the Ottos. So definitely between Troy and Nick. So we know, we've seen this brewing, that Troy and Nick are going to have some issues. So apparently Troy threatens Nick, and when he invites Nick to go on a hunting party for a wild boar that keeps trashing their crops, you feel certain Troy's going to try and kill Nick. Well, they do get into a big fight, but at the end, everything works out. So there is going to be some conflict, and I guess that's going to be the real shocker. It's going to probably put us on edge like, oh boy, Nick's going to die. Troy's using him. I don't know to what the extent of the fight is and how much threatening and how how that's going to play out. But apparently they get along in the end. Maddie says, will Travis survive? No. Travis is gone. Travis is off the show. So, Carol says Alicia will end up with Jake. I think that's a very good call. And I do think Lucy's gonna leave at some point. So one of the spoiler questions came up is, what do we know about Travis? And nothing. It's just a lot of people are saying, they sympathize. Maddie already did, I mentioned this last week, she already did the ceremonial, I'm throwing up. Once that happens, it's done. They're not bringing Travis back. All right, so we're going to blitz through a couple more of these spoilers. So the man with the suit, is he in charge now at the hotel? So his name is Mr. Dante, and he's a man that Strand and Thomas had done some business with in the past. So he's not a nice guy, and he has taken over the reservoir, the dam area that we saw in the sneak peek. And what he's doing is he's forcing people to pay or trade for fresh water. So he controls the water. If you want fresh water, it's barter time. So a little bit later on is revealed that Dante is aware that Strand stole from Thomas. And Thomas was a good friend of Dante's. And it could have been that Dante and Thomas may have had a relationship before Strand moved in. So what it looks like happens is, out of revenge, Dante threatens to throw Strand into a walker pit at the bottom of the dam. And Strand, of course, talks his way out of it and offers to work for Dante if he spares his life. Dante does accept, but Strand is pretty much indebted to Dante. So we're going to get a little bit more of that story with the bartering. Some people want to know if there's any major deaths or anybody dies in this episode. So it looks like there was a member of the Mexican drug cartel that Dante had some beef with, and he actually throws him into the walker pit. He's eaten alive. So Strand won't make it there, but somebody does get thrown into the walker pit. And the big news, I guess, is going to be, people want to know, do we get to see any character from the past? Yes, here it is. Drum roll, everybody. Dun, 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 dun. Daniel. And this is how the episode kind of ends. So we don't know if it's really Daniel or not. So the episode ends, Strand is in jail, and someone puts a canteen of water next to the bars. He drinks down the water, turns around, and he sees Daniel. So what we think could be a hallucination. So it's going to be a little bit of a teaser for next week, and we'll talk about it tonight on the reaction video. So we will get to see Daniel, but leave your thoughts, leave your comments right now. Do you really think it's Daniel in the cell? And I guess it would depend on, well, how did Strand get into the cell? Because if he was kind of unconscious and he got in and Daniel was already there, but more than likely, if he was walked to the cell and he was aware, he would have seen Daniel when he got in the cell. So it sounds at this point like it's a hallucination. That would be my theory. Could be contaminated water. Could be some purple drink that maybe they slipped him in his canteen. Any of those things could happen. Or could be Daniel. Maybe Strand is going to get that whole Rick hallucination Lori vibe working without the telephone. Yeah, a lot of people want Daniel back. I mean, we lost Trav. A little bit of Kool-Aid. Well, here's the reason why he would be. Very good question, Mastermind. And this did come up. So, Daniel, this is what Daniel says to Strand. He says, "See, I told you I was your guardian angel." So we don't know if that's, he's seeing it, he's hallucinating. So it's easy for someone to start hallucinating. Well, one, you know, where they're at, it's freaking hot. Number two, Strand has had some injuries. And number three, he's very stressed. So these are all recipes for hallucinating. Or the water spiked, and that's reason number four. Yeah, that would be the only thing I would think, but man, that's a long fall for Travis. I gotta imagine, even if they brought him back as a walker, he wouldn't be a walker. He would be like a, Travis would be a oozer. There'd have to be a new name. If a walker falls out of a helicopter, you ain't walking. No news on Ophelia either. And what we're going to do is, and I'll do some shout outs at the end of this video. So I see you, Nunya. I've seen a lot of people. I'm trying to stick to these spoilers because we gotta be on point tonight. We got 3 more minutes and wrap this up because some people have to eat, some people got to do some stuff, and then they want to chill a little bit with their family before they watch Fear the Walking Dead. Sebastian, thanks for popping in here as well. Cynthia Gibson, thank you for being here. What's up? Appreciate all of you guys being here. So I'm going to take 2 or 3 questions/comments, and then we'll do some shout-outs, and then we're going to just wrap up and watch a little bit of Fear. I'm asking Emmy Bacon for her rating later on tonight. I want to see if we can still say this is an 8.5 or a 9.5. Sin Miller says Travis could not be a walker. All of his bones are probably broken. Lisa Bradley says, I think Ophelia is at the ranch. Lindsay Luke is having Taco Sunday. Thank you, Hunter Hughes. Hunter Hughes is not a fan of the show, just stopping in to say hi. And he loves me, and don't forget that I adopted him. Flynn, what's going on? Thank you for popping in, Flynn. Jeff Morrow, thank you for being here. Sebastian, Strand was driving a Jaguar. I'm pretty sure it was a black Jag, right? Cynthia, I don't have confirmation of that yet. I'm hearing rumors it is, but I don't have that 100% confirmed. All these people are getting ready for The Walking Dead. So the last question I'm going to put up for each of you, and we will talk about this tomorrow. Actually, you know what? I'm going to skip that. That's going to be a random things topic. Sorry, I shouldn't have blurted it out. Because if I talk about it now, then you know what? Yeah, I think he was driving a F-Type. All right, one more question. And forget I even started talking about something we're going to talk about with random things tomorrow. By the way, Add me on Kick if you have a random things topic you want to talk about. Doesn't have to be Walking Dead. Can be any topic you want to talk about. Send it over to me, and 9 o'clock tomorrow night, we will talk about anything and everything. Except bananas and clams. We're not talking about that. Thank you, Flynn. Appreciate that. Appreciate you being here. Strand was definitely a con man before the apocalypse. And we're going to take one more question, and then it is shout-out time. Question, comment. Let's see who gets the last one here. And like I said, we're going to keep this at 30 minutes. Hey, Jeff, you want to talk about Kung Fu movies? Send it over to me on Kick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was an F-type. I just know from experience. Would you die by Lucille 999? There you go. We'll leave it at that. No. I would not have died by Lucille Negan because I would not have sit there. I would have attacked. Somebody would have shot me with a crossbow or shot me in the head. But no, I wouldn't get beat down with a bat. So great question, and we will talk about Walking Dead on Wednesday night. We'll have reactions tonight. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. This is the shortened version, but it is specific to spoilers. So hopefully you guys enjoy the episode. Tonight's reactions will not be really, really late. So we're going to run this probably at 10:30. It will compete a little bit with Talking Dead. So we're not doing super late. Give everybody a chance to get in and kind of be wide awake and hopefully enjoy the reactions. Thanks so much. Appreciate all of you guys being here. It is shout-out time, so we want to say what's up to Ruiner, Nunya, Negan, Tommy Sweetass McCandless, thank you so much. Steph Cuervo Queen Richardson, Sin Miller in the house. Jamie Taylor, thank you for being here. Mastermind, my mods, Moody Girl, Moody the Muddy Girl, also Dark Angel, thank you both for being here. Moth, 12,006, Lenore Smith, thank you for being here. Cynthia Gibson, appreciate you being here as well. Tobin McLeod, Tara Mama, what's up, Tara Mama? AJ Jepson, thank you. AJ, I hope you have a change of heart and post some more of your artwork on the 999 Army page. I did see that you've gotten some backlash from social media, but you got to block that stuff out. I think the people on the fan page really enjoy some of your work. So, you know, you are welcome to keep discussing it, but thank you for what you do. Also, trading cards and more. Thank you for being here. Double L, Lindsay Luke, Emmy Desiree Bacon, going with a solid 9. We'll see after tonight. Ann Hodge, thank you. Appreciate you being here. Clemson fan, what's up? Brene. Who else is here? Sassy Cat. What's up, Sassy Cat? And I think I'm good. I think I've hit like almost every... If I forgot to give you a shout out, just leave it. Come on, talk to me. Leave the request right now. All right, you got 15 more seconds to get your shout-out request in. After that, we are winding this thing down. And then I said 12. D. Mooney, what's up? John, O2C. Kelly, Golan Zenier. And then there was 8 seconds left. I already got you, Mastermind, but I'll give you a double shout-out. And then there was 5, and then there was 3. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate everything that you guys do, and I'll see you a little bit later on tonight for the reactions. Peace.